What's going on, everybody? It's Pelfrey, and welcome back to another video on the Red Sea Reefer 250. In this video, I want to talk about a couple different Kessil mounting options. This is going to apply for only the A series, so if you have a 350 or a 150, this is not going to work for you without maybe some modifications. But basically, on the right we have the standard Gooseneck, and on the left we have the Kessil A series mount. And I've been beside myself on how I'm actually going to mount these lights. And I had planned on using the 80-20 from the 20 gallon to mount the lights, but I was going to have to buy more 80-20. And frankly, I wanted a different option. And with this option, it's easily removed. But from a front angle, you can see here, this does not have a 90 degree adapter on it. So that could set up higher off the water level, but I just strongly dislike this mount right here for many different reasons. The priority main reason, I guess, being the fact that you cannot hide the cables. If you could hide the cables on this mount, then I would really like it, and I would continue to use it because it's about half the cost of this mount over here. But with that being said, you can bend this back, like I said, and put a 90 degree adapter on here so that you can get a much better angle. The other difference is the A series mount, and that's what this is. This is the Kessil A series mount. Here you can see it has a place to hide the cable. We actually have 3 mounting holes here, and this is adjustable, so I could slide this back if I need to. The second thing being, I can adjust the height of this one very easily. So overall, yeah, this mount is $65, I believe. It is a lot of money for a light mount, but the adjustability and being able to hide the cables is absolutely priceless. I'm going to order another one of these mounts. I'm going to get rid of this mount, and whenever I get the new mount, I will shoot a video on how to put together the A series Kessil mount. And it's worth mentioning that this mount, which is branded Kessil, will hold the A160, the A360, and the AP700. So I mean, you got a lot of options, and you know, you could probably retro this thing to work with many different lights. But this is an overview of the 2 different mounting arms, and clearly, you know, I'm voting for the one on the left every single time. Kessils running. They're actually piggybacked off one another, and I have the cord that is plugged into the controller unplugged so that I can manipulate them with the dials. These mounts on the Kessil lights are awesome, and of course I got the blues turned all the way up, or excuse me, all the way down, and the whites turned all the way up for the sake of the video. But it's worth mentioning that if you're running Kessils and you're going to run a controller, the awesome thing is they have an input, which is here, and an output. So basically the input goes to my controller, the output comes over to this light, and instead of having to mess with my programming on the controller, I can just unplug the plug on the input side that is going to the controller and manipulate both lights with the dials on the primary light here. So it's going to drastically help out with pictures and videos, and it just makes life a lot easier. But I'm extremely satisfied. I know that the mounts stick into the tank a little bit, but ultimately it's, once this thing is full of fish and coral, it's going to be really a non-issue for everybody. So I do, you know, they're $65 for one of the mounts, and they do make extensions that you could screw into the stand. But I'm at a point now where I really don't want to screw anything into the stand just because I don't want to have to pull the stand out. I'll go ahead and turn some blues on here. Here's we'll do a ceiling shimmer. So that's what my ceiling looks like now with two Kessil A160s. And then let's get a little blue heavy here. And the shimmer with the blues. There's absolutely nothing like it, folks. I love these lights. They've done well for me. I haven't had any issues. I am going to have to address the spread on these at some point. Since I already had the 160, I went ahead and got a second 160 for the Red Sea Reefer 250. But sometime next year I might address the 360s and get two of them. I'm not going to give a definitive answer right now, just because who knows where my mind's going to go. You know, you do so much reading in this hobby, and one day you have a pretty good idea that this is what you want to do, and then the next day you change your mind. But all in all, I'm happy. You know, these mounts actually work with the AP700 too, so that's another option that I could go down. But anyway, that's a story for sometime next year. But I highly recommend these mounts. You could probably hang other lights off of these mounts, but I got them off Bulk Reef Supply, and of course, you know, you'll earn points every time you purchase something off there. But that'll be it. That's once again pretty white heavy, or really white heavy, but we'll go ahead and cut it off here. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully this video has helped you make a decision in the mounting arm situation for your Kessil lights. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.